Hello, my name is Imambo Rashid, and I'm working as a marketing consultant and a business counselor for the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. And today's session and the next 9 sessions, we're going to be talking about your marketing. Marketing is such an important aspect of your business. Whether you're a startup or you've been in business for 1 or 2 years or many years, you need to do marketing. And you cannot afford to say, I'm not good at marketing. So what we're going to do in these sessions is show you how to best build your marketing system. So the session is Introduction to Building Your Marketing System is your first session. Let's start. The outline of this session is, first of all, the reasons for business failure. Then we will talk about the definition of marketing. Then we'll talk about marketing is a system. Now let's start. The reason for business failure. Why do most businesses sometimes fail? Now, the first reason, there are basically 4 top reasons. And these 4 top reasons for business failure, they've been researched. And they found that these are the main reasons for businesses to fail. So, the first reason is because they have insufficient capital. They didn't put enough money in the business to support them in basically being successful. The second thing, which is very important, is the lack of strategic planning. There is no roadmap. They don't know where they're going to be taking this business to. They're just doing their business day in and day out without a clear strategy, without a vision. They don't know what they want to be in the next year time, 2 years time, and 3 years time, because they didn't have any strategy whatsoever. So this is one of the major reasons why businesses fail. The third reason is poor and inconsistent marketing. They're doing some marketing, but it's very poor. It's sporadic. They don't do it consistently. They do it maybe once a month. And then they realize they don't have enough customers. They go and do it again. And then that's it. The idea of having a consistent marketing is very important. Because of the poor and inconsistent marketing, businesses tend to fail. The fourth important aspect, or the reason for business failure, is failure to anticipate marketing trends. People like us, like a lot of business owners, they sit in their office, they sit in their shop or their outlet, and they don't know what's going on around them. Things change, and they realize one day that they've really lost their clients, and they're no longer coming to them. And let me give you a very simple example. There was this lady, she had a hair salon in one of the areas. And the people that are actually coming to her are just within the area, the geographical area where she's operating. And all of a sudden, they stopped coming. Not for any particular reason, it's because they moved to another area. So she realized that her customers are actually moving out of that area, and she didn't realize it. It was very, very hard for her, and her business failed. So it's very important to realize that these are the main reasons and to see how can we prevent that from happening to you. We need to have a strategic plan. We need to be consistent. We need to be committed to our business. And we need to understand the various marketing trends that are taking place in our marketplace. Right. From those 4 elements or reasons for failure, we see that business owners face the same problem with their marketing. The fact that they don't have a strategy, they don't have a system for their marketing, they tend to do the same thing, react in a very bad way. And You don't want this to happen to you. The other thing most businesses go through is they work with a limited marketing budget. But sometimes they don't even have a budget for marketing. It just happens that they think people will come to them even without marketing. So whether it's limited budget or no budget, a lot of businesses actually do that. Treating marketing as an event rather than a step-by-step system. When I say an event, like, let's put an ad in the paper, or let's send an email, or let's do a flyer or a brochure, and they do it bits and pieces here and there. This month maybe they do it, next month they don't. It's just an event, something that they want to do for their business. But it's not done on a step-by-step system. They're not building anything. They're doing it sporadically. They're basically not being consistent about doing marketing for their business. And what they realize sometimes when they do those events, when they do advertising, they feel they're not really getting the return for that investment. They're not getting a return for that money that they have actually spent on their business. They feel that they've actually wasted their money on marketing that doesn't work because they didn't actually put a proper strategy for their business. And only use tactical marketing without developing a strategy first. Again, I'm going to keep saying this because the strategy is such an important aspect for your business. If you don't put a strategy first, the other tactical stuff will not work. And if they do work, they will not work properly. So a lot of business owners, they go for the tactical, they go and do a website, and that's it, without a clear strategy for their marketing. It takes them nowhere. So, does any of this sound familiar? Is it all something that is happening to you? Is only some of it is happening to you? What you need to do, if any of those elements is happening to you, you need to start to build what we're going to be building together in the next few sessions. Grow your business with a step-by-step system, and that's what we will be doing together. So follow the steps that we're going to be presenting to you in this session and in the following sessions, and you will be able to be on your way to growing your business. It's not going to be difficult, but you need to be committed to actually putting down all of those action steps into action, the things that we're going to be talking about. There are 3 things that you need to do about your business. You need to be committed, you need to be persistent, and you need to take action. So that's what we're going to try to do in these sessions. First of all, we'd like to understand what is marketing. What is the definition of marketing? And if I ask different people what they mean by marketing, they will probably give you different definition. They'll probably be right in some form or another. But the definition that we would like to basically use here, and I'd like you even to think about it seriously, because it's such a simple way of defining marketing, but it's such a powerful way as well. Let's start. Marketing is getting someone, and that someone is your prospect, is your customer, is the customer that you're trying to get to buy from you. Getting someone who has a need or a problem to know you, to like you, and to trust you. This is marketing. Marketing is getting someone who has a need to know you, to like you, and to trust you. So, they need to know that you actually exist. You are here selling or the product or the service that you are actually selling. And they need to like what you have to offer. They need to like your product. They need to like your service. And they need to trust that you will deliver. Because if I don't trust you, I won't risk my money with you. So just learn this. Marketing is getting someone who has a need to know you, to like you, and to trust you. And throughout these sessions, we will be building the know, like, and trust. We will put the tools, the vehicles, and the techniques that will help you get people to know you, to like you, and to trust you. So let's do it. Now, I'd like to show you a video here. Now, a lot of people, before I start, I'd like to say is, things have changed in this environment with regards to marketing. You know, we have now more people on the internet, we have new techniques for advertising, we have a lot of new ways of branding your company or your product. But the important thing, what I would like to say, the fundamentals of marketing has not changed. Let's watch this video now.
I don't know who you are. I don't know your company. I don't know your company's product. I don't know what your company stands for. I don't know your company's customers. I don't know your company's record. I don't know your company's reputation. Now, what was it you wanted to sell me?
There you go. Yeah, John, I'm looking for him on LinkedIn. I don't see him anywhere. Let me put you on hold. He's on the other line. Yeah, so I got your proposal, but I don't know who you are. Got to put you on hold. Be right back. Yeah, John, you find anything more on these guys? Really? Okay. Later. Yeah, so as I was saying, I got your proposal, but I don't really know your company. I didn't see much about you on Google. Your website is totally thin. I looked for you on LinkedIn, no luck. But someone in my online community seems to think of you as a third-tier player. And I see an ex-employee out there is doing some pretty nasty blogging about your CEO. Now, what was it you wanted to sell me?
Right. What this video is telling us, basically, is that the fundamentals are the same. We still need to get people to know us, to know about us, to be comfortable dealing with us. So in this session, I'm going to give you a very quick introduction of marketing is a system. It's a very important system. You have systems for paying your employees. You have a system for delivery, for supplies, for HR, for hiring people, firing people. You have systems for everything. But the most important system in your business, for your business, is marketing. And that has to be systemized. And the difference between a system and a marketing system and a marketing plan is very fundamental. The marketing plan is a piece of paper that you put on your desk somewhere or on the shelf, and it gathers dust. It doesn't go anywhere. But a marketing system is something that you build, and then as that system meets the world, as you start implementing the system, you may need to tweak it, modify it, adjust it. It's a system that has to live with you, that you continue to adjust and modify. So that's why we call it a system. And it's a system as well because it's a step by step. You need to do something first before you do the next one. So there are foundations to that system which we will be discussing today and the next few sessions. To build that system, there are very important and fundamental steps to small business marketing success. In order to be able to be successful in your business, you need to follow these very simple but very crucial and fundamental steps that you need to put in place for your business. The first step is strategy before tactics. You will hear me saying this over and over again because the strategy is such an important aspect. Without it, all the tactical things, all the advertising and the email and the brochures and the flyers and everything that you do is not going to work very well if you don't have a proper strategy. So this is really the first step in building your marketing system. The second step is to fill your marketing hourglass. This is again a very simple concept which has been introduced by duct tape marketing. And the duct tape marketing is founded by John Jantsch, and he created this marketing hourglass. It's really simply, it's the process through which everybody goes through when buying a new product. And we will be introducing this in a few minutes. So, fill your marketing hourglass is a very important aspect of the 7 steps. Number 3 is publish educational content. Now, education is so important for building your credibility with your clients. Now, if you're marketing anything, you need to educate your clients and your prospect of the value that you bring to them. And if they don't realize that value, the only thing that will make you different from everybody else is the price. And you don't want to be compared with your competitors only by price. So, publish educational content is another important aspect of your success. Create a total web presence. Now, a lot of people are going on the internet trying to find and research products and services. So one of the important aspects of building your marketing system is to be on the web, to be online. Step number 5 is your lead generation trio. How would you generate leads and prospects? How can you get more clients coming through to you? This is one of the important aspects and steps of your success in marketing. This is something that we're going to be discussing as well. Making selling a system too. If you go, well, we say that if you do proper marketing, there's no need to sell. People will come to you. But at some point of your business, you need to also use selling. You need to sell, to send your sales team to actually present your product and services. But this also has to be done in a very systematic way. So we will be talking about making selling a system too. The last point is live by the calendar. At the end of the 10 sessions, you're going to have somewhat of a long list of things to do. And these things cannot be done in one day or 1 month. You need to create a calendar of some sort that you're going to be plotting all of those things to do on that calendar. So let's start with the first step. Step number 1, strategy before tactics. With a strategy, you need to understand basically the type of people that you're dealing with. And also, what makes you different than everybody else? What makes your company different for your clients? How can your clients see that price is not the only thing that they'll be looking at? They're going to be looking at value. So we need to create that roadmap that will create your strategy, that will make it crystal clear the kind of tactics, the kind of vehicles and tools and advertising and brochure and all of those things that you're going to be doing. We want to make them work very well for you. And for them to work well, you need to establish a strategy for your business. Step number 2 is we're going to be filling out your marketing hourglass. How do I, whether you're selling a chocolate bar or a Ferrari, people actually go through these steps. Getting to know the product, getting to like it, getting to trust it it's going to work, and maybe they can get a chance to try, and once they bought it, maybe they'll buy it again, and then once they're happy with it, they're going to start referring other people to you. Now, this is what we call the total customer experience. And during our session, we're going to be moving people from the know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, and refer. The ultimate goal of the marketing hourglass is how can I get more people to refer me? How can I get people talking about me, or kind of taking the role of being my free salespeople, telling others about my product and service. Now, for them to get to that referral phase of your marketing hourglass, there has to be steps taken before that. And each step, we will be coming up with tools, vehicles, and techniques that will help you move people through the marketing hourglass. How do we get them to know us, to like us, to trust, to get them to try our product, to buy, to repeat, and refer? So this is step number 2. Step number 3 is publish educational content. Now, this is not an option. You need to publish material. A lot of people may say, I'm not a publisher. I cannot create content. Well, whether you like it or not, this is something that you have to do. Because if I don't educate my clients, if I don't educate my prospects, they won't understand the value that I bring. If I'm the best person who can deliver this product, how will they know if I don't educate them? And to educate them doesn't always happen to be face to face. I cannot always get the opportunity to sit with each and every client or prospect and to talk about how great my product is. I need to create some sort of educational material. And in our session relating to this, we will show you how simple it can be. But the idea is you need to be committed to actually producing that educational material that will tell the world and tell your target market and your clients the value that you bring to them. So that is very, very critical for your business. Publishing educational material. Step number 4 is your total web presence. Many years ago, people were thinking, do I need a website or I don't? Nowadays, if you don't have a website, you're not in business. But the other important thing, having a website is not enough. It's not the only thing that you need to do. You need to create a total web presence. And this is something that we will be talking about when we come to this step, is how do we create a total web presence? You need to be visible online as well as being offline. And there are such affordable, some of it are free tools available for you in order to be visible online, in order to have a presence online. So you cannot afford not to be there. And when we come to this session, we will be talking about all of those tools and vehicles and free stuff that is available for you to use for your business. Okay, so that's step number 4. Step number 5 is use a lead generation trio. How do I generate leads? When I say leads, I mean prospects, I mean suspects, I mean those people that you want to generate for your customer, for your company. How can I get leads? How can I get people to come to me? So there are 3 things that you need to do in order to be able to generate leads. Talking about advertising, we'll talk about public relations, and we'll talk about referrals. And one of them is not enough. You need to do all 3. And that's why you see them sort of going around like this in this diagram, because you need to do all 3. You need to do the advertising as well as the public relations and the referrals. And you will need to do those offline and online as well. So it's very important that you actually establish this, these tools, these elements of your marketing that will generate leads for you. Right. Now, step number 6 is, as we said, making selling a system too. A lot of people will come to your outlet, to your shop, to your office, ready with their credit card or ready with their cash to actually, they have gone through the process of know, like, trust, try, and now they're ready to buy from you. Now, when they are ready to buy, we want to continue to give them the right impression, the right experience that we expect everybody to go through, each and every client. So we will create with you a system that will build this know, like, and trust. Step number 7 is such an important step as well. And I'm going to spend a bit of time talking about this. Live by the calendar. You need to put everything that the 7 steps, all the tools, all the vehicles that we spoke about in a system. A system that will basically carry you through this year, next year, and the following years. So the things to do list that you have built over time is not going to all happen all at once. You need to be able to build that calendar so that you know what you need to do on an annual basis, what you need to do on a monthly basis, quarterly, weekly, and even on a daily basis. What is it that you need to do in order to implement that system? So, it's very important that when you're actually running your business, treat marketing like a system that will live with you. It's breathing, it's moving, it's something that is not static, something that you need to build over time, and that you need to keep adjusting it and keep adding things, adding tools and vehicles as you go and run your business. The idea is you don't want to stay static. You don't your business to stay the way that it is now. You want to grow. And to grow your business, you need to treat marketing as a fundamental aspect of your business. You cannot afford not to do marketing. Marketing is such an important aspect of it. And when we go through this system, you will have a long list of things. But the idea is that you keep doing this on a consistent, persistent, and repetitive way so that you create that system and do it day in and day out, so that you basically build a systematic approach to your marketing. So marketing is not an event. It starts with a strategy. The strategy that has to be built in order for all of the tactical stuff, all of the advertising, all of the public relations, all of the brochures, the website, the online, the offline, has to work. Without a strategy, without a vision, it's very important. What I'd like to say today is Building a vision is very important. If you don't have a vision for your business, you don't know where you're going. It's very important to put that vision right out there in the horizon and say, I want to be known for this in the next year or so. I want to be the greatest person who can offer this type of service and this type of product for my clients. And I want them to see the value in what I have to offer. Because if they don't see the value of that, they will only be comparing you in terms of price. And you don't want to be compared in terms of price. Price is no way to compete. Because if you do that, people will start sort of, your competitor will start reducing their prices as well. So it's either you or your competitor will go out of business. So it's very important to create that vision, because it helps, it creates that kind of physical impact of pulling you or pushing you or pulling you to that kind of vision that you want to create. Without that vision, it's not going to work. So create the vision and create the goals that you want to achieve for your business. And those goals they have to start with a strategy before you do any of the tactical stuff. Your return on equity, your return on investment for spending so much money on those tactical things will not work without a proper strategy. And in our sessions, I would like you to start putting down, listing down all the things that you want to do for your business. Things to do, a list of whatever comes to mind. You know, a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about works for a lot of businesses, including yours. So you're going to be ending up with a lot of things to do. So you need to start listing those, and because at the end of our last session, we're going to be putting all of it together. We're going to make it like a system that will work for you this month, this year, and for the next 2 or 3 years. I hope you enjoyed our session today, and I really look forward into meeting you in the next few sessions in order to build your marketing system and to build your success. Well, if you need any more information, I'd like you to refer to the link on the bottom there, and it will give you the URL to get more information about the program. Well, thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next session. Bye-bye.